What's up, guys? This is Suh with Vengeance, and I'm back here with another Madden NFL 16 Miami Dolphins franchise. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are enjoying the 60 frame rates per second gameplay that you guys are seeing on your screen right now. Because today, we're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We have opposite records. We're 7-1. They're 1-7. We're on the road again. They're at home. So, obviously, we can't take our opponents too lightly. Otherwise, we're going to crap the bed and ended up being a laughingstock of the NFL because we lost to a shitty team like the Eagles. But we're going to take a look at their injury report here. We got Taylor Hart out for 4 weeks. Shepard out with a complete ACL tear. Sam Bradford always seems to be on the injury report, but he's only out for a week, not the entire year. He has an upper arm fracture. Nolan Carroll out for quad tear. Mark Sanchez, their backup quarterback, is out for 11 weeks with a broken ankle. And Miles Austin out with another quad tear, out for another 6 weeks. So they're injury riddled from top to bottom, offensively and defensively. Mainly the quarterback position. So we're gonna take a look at the depth chart here for the Eagles, which kind of scares me to say the least. They got Matt Barkley as their starting quarterback, and just imagine, Matt Barkley gets hurt or something, gets a concussion, and they throw in Tim Tebow. Because literally, if they throw in Tim Tebow, it literally is over. Like, you might as well just chalk up the W to the Dolphins. Because Tim Tebow, my God, if he plays, Lord knows that that would be a bad day for the Eagles. It doesn't matter. Like, oh my God, that would just be awful. But anyway, taking a look at the standings here around the league, you see the Broncos there were still undefeated at 8-0, but you got a lot of good teams in the AFC. Damn, we could finish like 12-4 and miss the playoffs. That's how good the AFC has been this year. Obviously, the Patriots are still right behind us, one game behind us. The Broncos are still undefeated, and everything else like that. The Raiders are doing mediocre. They're doing better than I thought. The Chiefs are kind of disappointing. The Vikings are also pretty disappointing as well. Lions and Bears, the Bears are probably above expectations, if anything. Falcons above expectations. The Bucks, little surprise there, 3-4-1. Not what I expected from them either. But everybody in the NFC East is just playing like crap. I have no idea why. They're all below 500, which is really shocking because I really expected the NFC East to be a little bit better. Seattle Seahawks, obviously the top team in the West. So that's pretty much the standings where they're looking like anyway. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's pregame. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy the game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I will see you in the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on that field. It's Murray's Eagles going up against Miller's Dolphins. We're in for frigid one in Philadelphia as it's off to Lincoln Financial Field to say hello to our veteran broadcasters, Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
Dolphins, Eagles coming up on EA Sports as we welcome you to Philadelphia for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here for football, and how will that factor into this game?
You're right, Jim. It is a beautiful day, and days like this, the best team usually wins because the weather is going to have no effect on all the talent on the field. The throwers and catchers and ball carriers, they don't have to worry about the elements. They can just go out there and show the talent.
The Eagles are back deep, ready to return the kickoff.
The top team in the AFC East will be kicking it away and getting this game started.
And we are underway here in Lincoln Financial Field as Darren Sproles is going to take this one at the goal line. And he's at the 5, the 10, the 15, and the 20, and he's going to get stopped pretty much right there. I think they're going to mark him a yard short of the 20. So not the greatest return from Darren Sproles, even though he's, I think he's a decent returner. But here comes Matt Barkley. And he's obviously hasn't had much of a chance to shine in the NFL ever since he's been drafted, ever since he was at USC. He's been kind of just in the dumps, not really making much about his career, which kind of sucks. I think if he given the chance, you never know what can come out of the quarterback like him. Given the right system, I think he could be good. enough to make a team satisfied at least. But with weapons like DeMarco Murray, Darren Sproles, Zach Ertz, Brent Selleck, Riley Cooper, these guys have, this Eagles offense, even though they're, banged up in their two biggest positions, like, Sam Bradford especially. It sucks that they're banged up like this constantly, especially poor Sam Bradford, man, poor Sam Bradford. But anyway, they got to still play without him. I mean, still. But, whatever. They got to go deal with Matt Barkley today. But it's not like he's a terrible quarterback. I think he could, given the chance, I think Matt Barkley could be a decent starter in the league, if given the right system and a good chance. So, anyway, they're doing pretty good on this first drive. Barkley's putting in the finest of work on this drive. 3rd down and 7 here. Can they get it in for at least a first down? They're going to get it off to Aguilar, and Aguilar gets the first down. And they're at the 2-yard line here. They're probably going to punch it in. Who knows? But later on in the drive, it's 2nd down and goal here for the Eagles, as they're in the shotgun here with DeMarco Murray in the backfield with them. So I'm trying to play the defense a little bit, but I got played myself. I got, as Marshawn Lynch would like to say. I got. So DeMarco Murray does get the touchdown, making it 7-0 Philadelphia. So here comes Ryan Tannehill, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year, almost 2,300 yards passing, having a spectacular year. On his way to getting 4,000 yards passing. That would be pretty sick if you ask me. I haven't had a 4,000-yard passer in any of my Madden franchises. Then again, last year was the first time I ever did a Madden franchise. This year I've kind of just started to make it evolve into my own. So this is something that I hope becomes a regular thing on the channel, of course. But you see Kenny Stills down the field and picks up a good chunk of yardage. Pick up a 33 on the play. And that's another Miami Dolphins first down. So at the 30-yard line here, we get that first down. Later on in the drive, it's 3rd down and 6 at the 26. I see something in the defense. Let's see what I see. I see Devontae Parker could be possibly open. So I wait. I take my time. I wait. I get it off to Devontae Parker, and he gone. Touchdown, Miami Dolphins. I know I made a baseball reference to the football video, but still, you have to say it when you got the chance. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, 3rd down and 12 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's see what they could do here on offense. They got 30 seconds left here in the first. Here's Barkley looking left side underneath. It's caught, but it's not enough for the first down, obviously, because they're a few yards short. You got to throw it past the line there, Matt Barkley. Your wide receiver ain't that smart in this game. So, when they get like somewhat close to near there, and they just somehow magically run out of bounds, and it's just like, okay, I see it. The momentum carried them too far. They're just stupid and just run out of bounds. Like, all right, whatever. So 3rd down and inches here. We get it off to Lamar Miller. And Lamar Miller getting that first down, of course. We got his season goal complete for rushing yards. He's almost at 1,000, actually. He could possibly hit 1,500 yards this season, which I think he could possibly do IRL, too. But let's see. We'll see. I think Lamar Miller's, is quietly good. But you see Ryan Tannehill coughing up the football right there. It's Eagles ball. And now they have an opportunity here to take their lead right back. And our offense just wasn't looking good on that one. We got to do better than that, guys. Come on. Come on now. We got to do better. So, it's 3rd down and 24. Here is Barkley looking left or right side. And this is going to be well defended by the Miami defense. Brent Grimes right in there to get that one. And the Dolphins looking pretty good so far on defense. I know it's Matt Barkley we're facing. But every time Matt Barkley, he gets good time to throw, he's doing pretty good with his passes so far. I mean, it is a tie game after all. So here's Tannehill looking, shuffles his feet to the right a little bit, and he tries to get off to Jordan Cameron, but he forced the situation, and luckily it wasn't picked off. But we do end up punting the football once again, so that's something that we need to fix. Our offense is a little sluggish so far, so to speak. So here is Barkley again underneath, gets it off to Aguilar, and Aguilar down to the 30, down to the 35, and look at him push like 3 Miami defenders out of his way. Matt Barkley, 6 of 7 for 60 yards, just absolutely killing it so far. Out of Matt Barkley, too. Matt Barkley, of all players, Matt Barkley, never would have thought, in a million years, never would have thought Matt Barkley. But I could have expected that out of Sam Bradford, I suppose, but definitely not Matt Barkley. Definitely not. So, they're gonna get another first down right here. DeMarco Murray just passed 500 rushing yards on the season. Obviously, he's having himself a pretty good year. He's on pace to get over 1,000. And we'll see how he does for the rest of the year. But DeMarco Murray doing more than just taking the football off for handoffs. He's getting touchdowns through the air as well. So it's now 14-7 Philadelphia. DeMarco Murray is pretty much impossible to stop at this point. We haven't been able to muster up at least the effort to, at least stop DeMarco Murray, and we haven't. So the results, if we can't stop him, it's going to be a long day for us. And the Eagles are that type of team that can put up points. So we got to be really careful. But then again, their offense is really banged up. So I can't say that I'm overly concerned, but I have a right to be a little concerned, because especially since we're losing here near halftime. And I know we get the ball to start the second half, but things can change in the matter of a heartbeat, man. We've already turned the ball over once with that Tannehill fumble, but I don't think that'll happen again, honestly. Not with Tannehill anyway. But you see Devontae Parker taking it down to the 5-yard line. Devontae Parker getting open, finding a little bit of space, and that's all he really needs to get down inside near the goal line. That's all he really needs. So later on, it's 1st and goal here for the Dolphins. Are we going to hand it off to Ajayi? Yeah, we're going to hand it off to Ajayi. We're that close to the end zone. Why not take the chance? We have all 3 timeouts too. So hand off to Jay Ajayi, and he's going to punch that one in. Does a little somersault at the end. I like it. So now it's 14-14. And we're going into halftime with, well, at least we're not losing kind of effort, kind of mentality. At least we're not losing. It could be worse, but we could definitely be playing better. But at least we're not losing. But anyway, we get it off to the Kenny Stills, but he's short of the first down by 4 yards. So we're going to punt the football away once again. So offense, where you at, man? Where you at? So 1st and 10. 5:30 left in the third. Hand off to DeMarco Murray. And DeMarco Murray's pushing defenders out of his way. He's like, no, that is my first down, not yours. And let me get that. So he's been killing it today. DeMarco Murray doing more than just taking the football for handouts. He got one through the air. But his main specialty is on the ground, and he's been killing it on that department today. So, again, another completion here, this time to Zach Ertz in an impossible catch. Seemed like an impossible catch, but he made it anyway. He made it look effortless. So 1st and 10 again, 4:10 remaining in the third. Mark Barkley in the shotgun once again, dropping back, looking right side. It's caught by Zach Ertz, and his receiver throws out a nice block in front of him. That was Matthews with that nice block. That really set up that first down right there. Good team football being played by the Eagles. It's really impressive what they've done so far. So Matt Barkley trying to do a little scramble, gets it out underneath to DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray, man, he's a deadly weapon. DeMarco Murray, man. Dick Vitale voice. So many out-of-sport references. It's ridiculous that I'm making right now. I made the White Sox announcer reference. Now I'm making Dickie V references. You gotta make a stop, baby. So again, off to Matthews this time, and Matthews gets the first down for the Eagles. Eagles are driving, man. They're driving. They're gonna go on a cruise. They're cruising down the field. So 2nd down and 9. Barkley again in the shotgun. Of course, they're always in the shotgun. When are they not? When are they not in the shotgun? Again, off to Brent Selleck. Brent Selleck getting that first down. I thought he was short at first, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Because there's still plenty of football left, and I don't want to lose a timeout, and we're nearing the end of the game anyway. Because what if I need it? What if I need that third timeout? So it's Brent Selleck does get the touchdown right there, making it 21-14. And man, we're playing a little scared right now. The 1-7 Eagles, may I remind you, are beating up on the 7-1 Dolphins. But then again, it is a road game. You know, we're not used to playing on the road, especially in a cold environment like Philadelphia. I wouldn't say it's cold by any means, according to the game, the little pregame you saw from Jim Nance and the other guy that I don't like. You know, I know his name, guys. Don't worry about it. I just really would not want to say his name, because every time I say his name, I just want to go on a total rant. So I don't like the guy at all. See, there's a little mini rant right there. But anyway, it is 44 degrees. It's not something that you normally see in Miami, that's for sure. So the weather conditions aren't as favorable for us as it is for them. And it could have an effect on us. But, I mean, right now it's looking like, you know, being that it is a tie game at least, it doesn't look like it's going to bother us a whole lot. So 2nd down and 1 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Here is Barkley looking underneath to DeMarco Murray once again. DeMarco Murray nearing the 50-yard line, taking it down to the 48. And man, Matt Barkley looking really strong, man. He is looking scary good. Looking like he's already known this offense for years. Like, I don't know how to explain it. He's playing like Aaron Rodgers right now somehow. So here's Barkley again looking. Has time to throw, and this one's going to be intercepted by Davis. Davis comes up with the INT, and now the Dolphins are in business once again to try and take the lead for the first time in this game. Believe it or not, we have not had a lead yet in this game. So that would be pretty nice if we had a lead. So here again, we're trying to look for Jarvis the Marvelous, and it's, you know, in the middle of a traffic jam basically. And that's pretty much going to force a 3 and out. So now we got to play defense again and try and make another stop. So now we get it down to them down inside the 6-yard line. Here is Barkley. Steps out of the end zone, fires left side, and it's intercepted again by Davis. Back-to-back plays. How about back-to-back picks? And he's getting inside Matt Barkley's head right now. And that's something that, you know, is really scary if you really think about it in the context here. It's really crazy how Davis came up with 2 picks on 2 plays. But you see Jarvis the Marvelous pushing that one in for the touchdown. And Jarvis the Marvelous, man, he's been kind of quiet all day, but he's made probably the biggest differerence in the game so far. Gets that touchdown, making it 28-21. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Here is Barkley looking underneath. It is Zach Ertz again. Zach Ertz is a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Just an absolute monster. This is why he's one of the best tight ends in the league. I obviously think he's one of the best out there. So here's 1st and 10. Here is Barkley again, looking at Zach Ertz. I was just talking about that guy. There he is again. So 3rd down and 6 here. What can we do to make a stop? Who knows? Here is Barkley dropping back. And this one's almost intercepted, but we didn't pick it off. So now we're pinned inside our own, near our own end zone here. We're going to try and hand the football off, but nope. Good blitz by the linebacker. And that is going to be a safety. So now it's 28-23. And now this game just gets a little bit more interesting. Let's see what we can do here. 2nd down and 16 for the Miami defense and the Philadelphia offense. Can we make another stop with 2:15 left to go in the game? Here is Barkley looking right side, and it's intercepted again. So Barkley, man, he has... I was just saying a minute ago that Barkley was on fire. Like, he only missed 2 passes the entire game. Then all of a sudden he just throws 3 picks. Just like that in one, not even like 5 minutes. Like, man, how do you do that? I wish, no quarterback wishes they could do that, but how does one do that? Throw 3 picks in 1 quarter. It's a complete meltdown from Matt Barkley. So we do add on a little bit of pointage here as Ryan Tannehill throws a touchdown pass to Kenny Stills. This game is pretty much over. So final score, Philadelphia comes out short. Miami 35, Philadelphia 23. Next week, we're going back home, and we're going to take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that should be a pretty interesting game. Even though Dallas isn't that good of a team right now, they're 2-6 in the franchise. So hopefully you guys can see a good game out of that one as well. I know the paper says, you know, they're not looking that great, you know, whatever. But anything can happen in the game of football, guys. That's why you got to keep watching. So anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy this kind of content today, make sure you guys drop a like. It is greatly appreciated that you guys come out and support the content as well. So also, if you are interested in any other content of mine, like MLB 15 The Show, Chicago Cubs Franchise, or UAB Blazers Dynasty and NCAA Football 14, then make sure you check those out as well, because I will be posting that pretty consistently as well. And of course, you guys have been amazing as always, guys. You guys have that non-stop constant support, and it's really just awesome. But until next time, my name is Suh with Vengeance, and you guys have been amazing as always, and I'm out. Peace.